Open prisma 3D. Once you've done that, you can click on new and create a new project. We are going to import a plane. Once we import a plane, we can rotate it because we want to make our wall and want to put a texture on it. We are going to rotate it to how we want it to look like, scale it. Once that is done, you have to click on texture and go and import our texture. You can go ahead and use any texture of any wall you want. Then size it and make it as big as you want it to be. Now that you've decided, you click on text and import your text. All you have to do after clicking on text is, and it's going to bring in a text. You can now go ahead and change the text and write whatever you want to use. I'm using the word cinema, so I'm going to move it up, and now I'm going to try and see if I can change the font to something much more better. So now I've changed the font and I'm going to try and place it on the wall, which is the texture of what I have imported. I'm going to resize it and put it exactly where I want to use it. Now I'm going to try and put a texture on the text. So just click on the text and click on texture. I'm going to put in this texture. The next thing I'm going to do now is try and put some lights. Where I'm going to go there and click on lights. Then I'm going to go to the directional and see if I can change the direction to put in a little light from down below. Now I'm going to duplicate my text. I'm going to take it, copy and duplicate it. Now after duplicating it, I'm going to try and move the text upward and make it smaller than it, because it's going to be like a layer on top of the previous text. Then I'm going to go ahead and put in another texture for the text I just duplicated. All you have to do now is go ahead and add some lights. You can go ahead and try different types of lights and try different colors. Try and fix it. Just get creative and see what you can do. Increase the intensity if it needs to, and let's see what you can come out with. Now let's start animating. All you have to do is go ahead and click on camera once you've imported the camera in, because we are going to be creating the camera movement. All you have to do now is just click on the first frame and put in the first movement. Go to the next frame and click on this clock icon to add another keyframe to it and create the next movement. Do the same over and over again, and you are going to create your animation. So as you are on 30, go to add 24 frames to it, or you can add 60 frames depending if you want it to be a slow motion, and go to whatever number is next, and then move your camera to any angle you want it to be, then add a keyframe. If you do that over and over again, 60, add 30 more frames, add 24 more frames, add 60 more frames, depending on what you want, you are going to get a good animation. Now we're adding a new text, just the same way we've explained earlier. We're adding a new text and we're going to change the text to Academy. So we're going to, now that we've changed the text to Academy, we have to go ahead and change the font and make sure the font is exactly what we want it to look like. Text now every font, and eventually I'm choosing one font. So we are going to move it and scale it, resize it, scale it, and move it to exactly where we want it to be. So we are going to add a color to it. Once we are done with everything, we're going to render it out and export it into KineMaster. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.